And the capital city has dressed up again to witness some more action in the Indian Super League. And this time it is Punjab, the hosts, who take on Kashi, who stand in their lane. One would have looked at the two sides and said Punjab have been the stronger. But now you look at the table and say a win for Kashi, and that superior field stays no longer. High up the pitch, Punjab, and that's what we expected. Seeing that Kashi lineup. Falls to Sochi, lovely flick on, and Danny Ramirez almost saw the name on the score sheet out there.
As has played Dosuji, just that awareness of what's around him, just knew to just flick that behind, knowing that Danny Ramirez would be running onto that from that distance. Into Kashi, look at it, they've won it again.
Oh, wonderful work again. Luis Campos looks like has points to prove, but
yeah, look at it, just wonderfully slipped through by Zelkovic. Another back heel from Osuji, just a little bit closer to the goalkeeper on this occasion. That's why Danny Ramirez.
Ricky consistent. Danny Ramirez finds Effiong. Important block on the way from Nishchal Chandan, sliding in.
But yeah, just look at it. There's just so much space for Danny Ramirez to pick up that ball. Absolutely no pressure on him. Puts the ball through, and then it's just a case of a foot race between Sangusi Jr. and Nishchal. Gets in there just at the right time. Suresh Wangjam being played in a right wing sort of position at times.
Oh, lucky escape. Osuji, for a moment, his eyes lit up. Luis Campos was nervy, certainly having memories of past.
Yeah, the man who's provided two little flick-ons, wonderful opportunities early on, almost benefited from a flick-on of a different kind, flicked on from Sangusi Jr., bounced inside the 6-yard box just in front of him, and that is
Nishchal having a battle with Effiong. Osuji comes away with it. Was there contact? Both the players down. Panos is animated.
Yeah, here we have a look on the little tussle between Nishchal and Sangusi Jr. And as that ball sort of flicked towards, that's just very late. I think there was definitely a clash of legs between.
Pramveer wins it back. Osuji has been so involved. Narendra has to cover Effiong, but he could not. Simple work. Zelkovic was waiting for that opportunity, falling his way.
Sangusi Jr. Let's have a look at this when Osuji gets the ball. Tries a little 1-2, tries to combine with Sangusi Jr., but it's just the strength. He just bullies Narendra Geller off the ball, pushes him away, and then once all the players overcommit to try and close the space down, gets his head up, clever enough, cuts it back for Zelkovic, and he does the simplest of things, just makes side foots it past Luis Torres. And deservedly, you'd have to say, Punjab FC 1-0 to the better.
Alfred Moya will try to test the keeper. Had the power, had the venom behind that shot. It was not in frame.
Yeah, struck it well, but it was just always rising. You know, one moment, he looked like Arshit had sort of rooted to a spot, wasn't really convinced that it was going over.
Another long ball forward. A little flick on from Alfred Moya. Arshdeep, for a moment, unsure, but held on to it safely.
And there you go, completely against the run of play, just a hopeful ball forward. I think he probably took a little flick off the defender too, off of Bijoy's shoulder.
Oh, that's sloppy. Danny Ramirez, clever, unselfish, and effective to say the least. A familiar celebration now in the Indian Super League as Effiong steps away in the goal scoring charts. But all credits to Danny Ramirez and all questions on Wayne Vaz for just letting it go so easy.
Well, that's all Danny Ramirez, putting it on a plate. There's a goal scorer picking the pocket, and once Danny Ramirez gets in that position, takes 3 players out of the game, cuts it back, puts it on a plate for Sangusi Jr. The simplest of tap-ins once again, and there's nothing Luis Tares could do. I mean, Vaz tried his best to make up for his error. You cannot give the ball away that cheaply in your own half of the field and not expect to get punished. Yeah, just slightly underhit. One of that in front of him, lunged him. And you have to give credit. I think the playing surface has gotten a lot better from what we saw earlier on in the season. It's starting to look.
Ashish Shah with his left had a shy at goal. Perhaps the difference in decision making. It's always good for a striker to back himself.
At least make the goalkeeper work. That's what probably only thing you could say. Been a lot more difficult with the players closing down for him to try and find his teammate.
A free-flowing exhibition right now from Punjab FC. Leon Augustin to Osuji on the turn and smacks it home past Luis Campos, who can just watch it sail again. Too much quality on board from Punjab for Kashi to handle right now.
Well, you can see what it meant for Panos Dylan Perez, the Punjab coach. When you make changes as a coach and everything comes off, that is how you feel. Brought on Prashant in that left back position. We were questioning. A brilliant run by Prashant, and that's what you do once you get in the box. Find your forwards, and that's what he does. Osuji, who'd been impressive earlier, just swivels, turns and hits that with so much power, gives the goalkeeper absolutely no chance.
Six minutes of trying to get the fourth for Punjab. And a shot comes in from distance. Oh, Vinit Rai has been desperate to get a first 11 spot and wanted to prove a point to his coach, who would have been happier had that gone in off the post though.
Yeah, brilliant strike from Vinit Rai. He's got the technique, and as this is laid off to him from Sangusi Jr., comes onto it, strikes it absolutely brilliantly, and so unlucky. And they stay in 7th, but just a point now behind Jamshedpur and Bengaluru. 2 points behind FC Goa with a game in hand.
Important points on board. Confidence added to their already confident unit. Work done quite in an easy manner than one would have expected. But however it is, they will be very happy to see that score line at full time. Punjab FC 3, Kashi 0.